All right, thank you for tuning in to Eagle Talk. Today, I'm Aiden Lewandowski, and I'm here with a very special guest, Linden High School Athletic Director, Mr. Pete Gleason. How are you today, man?
Well, it feels like a Monday, but it's not. It's a Wednesday.
And today we're going to be kind of discussing what his roles are here as the athletic director, kind of what got him into it, a little bit of his background, and let's jump straight into it. So, first question, basic one, like what does a typical day for you look like as an athletic director?
Well, I do have a schedule that's set up Monday through Friday, and I have a checkbox. Like I said, today felt like a Monday because I get in and I had a custodial issue because we had games last night and something didn't get done, so now I'm dealing with custodial. First thing, I haven't even taken my coat off. And then we had an issue, couldn't find the microphone last night. And school, they had an assembly in the gym this morning, so I had to find the microphone. Which
Oh, Lord.
I didn't put it away last night, which I normally do. I had someone else. We did find it. Had a student issue. Had to go to admin and work out a coach's pay on the scale, so we did that. Had Luke Kenny, who's a assistant coach here, is job shadowing today, so I actually right now he's in my office putting in my spring schedules for field occupancy. So there's a lot of things going on today that you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
Just like Tom Hanks says, it's like, everything's like a box of chocolates. You don't know. So we had to run down to Coach Cox's office, get his schedule, but he was doing a cool lesson, and it was the first day of a new lesson, so I got an observation in while I was there. I was supposed to do that tomorrow, but this was cool.
You learn more every day.
Yeah, so he was doing an intro to zoology, and I thought this is great, so we stayed in, and he got to watch me observe, and I got to take my notes, and actually I was working on that before you came down to my office. And then you get a lot of phone calls, which you heard.
New
got
Jersey.
A call from New Jersey. He thought we were in New Jersey and we're in the middle of scheduling a soccer game.
Does that really happen all the time like that?
I get that a couple times a year from New Jersey for some reason. But yeah, we almost had a game scheduled and found out we were in Michigan. And no, that's not going to happen.
I couldn't imagine like getting the buses and stuff or flights and stuff probably. Like,
it's amazing. But with Miss Rosa, she and I have to meet every morning. Usually Mondays are our busy days because we go over all the schedules for this week, which we had done the previous week, and the next week. And then we get all our data together, so we send that out to all the schools and officials and all the other ADs and coaches to make sure there aren't any discrepancies. Because if you don't, and you don't get someone showing up, or you have the wrong team showing up, then and the officials aren't on the same page, which is tough. But we have assigners for a lot of that stuff. But
that kind of like leads me to my next question. I was just going to ask, because as an athlete, like one thing I've always wondered is like, how does the scheduling process work? Like, how does that schedule get put together? Like, when do you start? Typically before a season. And
so for basketball, a lot of that, if we're talking about your team, and Coach Miller, he's a young coach, second-year coach. But when he develops those relationships with the other schools in Genesee County, most coaches will get those schedules to me, the people they want, and then I send out the contracts. So like lacrosse, we have a league schedule. Basketball, we have a league schedule. We have a league schedule for everything. That is done by an assigner. Okay, so they'll schedule that, and usually 2-year contracts, cycles. But the non-conferences can be difficult, which you saw with soccer 2 minutes ago. But with Coach Miller, once he knows the coaches and who he wants to play, they'll schedule that ASAP, and I'll get it on the schedule for next year.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a lot of communication with the other ADs and coaches.
Because as an athlete, I've always wondered, like, how do they kind of, like, I obviously understand, like, the league side of things, like, you're in your league and then you play your teams in your league, but, like, those non-conference games, because they change every year, I was wondering how that kind of worked out. So another little background question, what kind of got you into high school athletics? Like, why are you who you are today?
Well, I come from a family, I have 11 brothers and sisters. I have 5 sisters and 6 brothers.
Competitive.
Very competitive. My dad was a college athlete. He was a high school all-state superstar. And he used to take me to all the varsity games since I was young at the local high school. Even though my brothers weren't playing, we went to those games. And I had brothers that played varsity football, but every Friday night was cool.
Right.
I played varsity football as well. But there's just something about Friday nights.
Yeah.
Whether it's basketball or football or now lacrosse, which I'm starting to learn more about and enjoy. But yeah, I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, played college baseball, and I got into education because that's what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I coached varsity baseball at Grand Blanc for 5, coached my own kids, high school sports, pretty cool.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I feel like high school sports, like you said, the Friday night vibe, just something about running out of the locker room when you're playing against Fenton and you know, in front of a big crowd and you know, with the music going on and stuff. It's just something about the environment. It just gets you excited.
It's pretty neat. I love it.
And of course, next question, like, what is the best part about your job as an athletic director? Like, what really gets you up in the morning to come do your job?
You. I mean, we made a connection this summer about working with technology and talking about this. It's just those relationships. Building the relationships with the student athletes and then having you guys come back in 15 years when you're on ESPN and you throw me a bone, that's all. No, it's the students. That's why we do it.
That's
no
great.
Question.
That's great. Out of all the sports that we have here at Lynn High School, what do you think is your favorite to watch or be a part of? Like, maybe outside of being an athletic director, but maybe as a fan more so. Like, what's your favorite sport?
Well, I'm biased. If you're saying just as a fan, you would think it's baseball because I played at quite a high level.
That's why I assumed it was.
No, my daughter played professional basketball, so I really like women's basketball because I like to compare.
Right.
So I enjoy that. She just retired. But to be honest, here at Linden, it doesn't matter which sport. I love them all just because I know you guys.
Right.
And I like to see you from a game at you hit that 3 and everyone went crazy. That makes it, that's what's fun. I enjoy it because you guys are successful. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me, obviously my first sport's basketball. I'm not going to be able to get my way out of that. I've played it for so long, and it's been such a big part of my life. But one sport I can say I've gotten into a little bit more is baseball.
Really?
And that is because last spring I was up doing the PA. I was doing the PA announcing. So going into it, I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about baseball. I'm not very into it. Never really watched it. But I feel like as I kind of finding my purpose, I realized like, hey, when you get into this announcing gig, you're going to be doing whatever. I mean, you could be like floor hockey or something when you first come out. So you kind of got to find an interest, and when you start analyzing a little bit, you watch your friends go out there and play and see the passion they have. You start to get into that sport, like just as any person would.
Can I tell you one that I didn't think I would be interested in here?
What?
Comp cheer. You ever been to one?
No, I was thinking about it.
You should go.
Are they
those girls
packed?
Work so hard. Yeah, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
I mean,
you got parents wearing all the sequin stuff, and it's a whole new world. I was really impressed. And our girls work pretty hard, so I encourage everybody to go to comp cheer.
I've got a couple of friends on the comp cheer team, and they've obviously asked me. I remember I think we had a game canceled pretty recently, and we've had a lot of those actually.
Yeah.
And
that's another issue with this
scheduling.
Rescheduling.
You never know the weather.
I mean, there was last week when we had that first ice snow day. I'm driving to a hockey event where I have to supervise at Dordt Federal, and I get calls, and I had to pull over and cancel three events at 3 different venues with 3 different ADs and multiple teams, and all within 20 minutes during a snowstorm. It was very challenging.
I know, we just had the Midland game canceled for us, and then the Holly one on Friday.
Yep.
Is there any, advice you have for student athletes,
Play
like myself?
as many sports as you can in high school. Don't specialize.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. If you can get into some leadership roles and be part of something like that at the school, because adversity builds strength.
Right.
And you're to be a high school athlete, those kids are special. You're not privileged. Just because you're an athlete doesn't mean you're owed anything. But to endure, whether you start or not, but to be part of something and go through the rigors of beginning of the season, end of the season, out of season, and the team concept builds character that you can take with you
Mm-hmm.
to college and into your workplace and into your family. So it's invaluable. Play as many sports as you can and be part of it, and work super hard.
I think sports has obviously changed me as a person. I think basketball wise, being coached at like a high level, like
Sure.
our coach does, it's kind of taught you discipline, obviously, like you mentioned, but also like dependability. I feel like I think I've become much more dependable. Like I think it's kind of taught me like, hey, even when I'm not feeling it, if I'm not feeling well, if I'm hurt, I've still got to try to show up with the most positive attitude that I can show up with, because not only do I need to do it for myself, but also my teammates, right? And I think just the team aspect of it as well, just the camaraderie that you have to have when playing a sport, it's truly special.
Well, it is, and at the high school level, you have different roles.
Right.
Your role is like my role in varsity basketball.
Yeah.
You were not a starter.
Right.
I was not a starter. You had roles, and a lot of times that was just practice.
Yeah.
And that's hard sometimes, but it builds character.
And it helps you lead. I think I've
100%.
learned leadership more. That's probably the most invaluable thing I've learned over my time, playing basketball. And I love doing it. I love being able to lead. I love being able to use some of the knowledge that I have to teach other guys that maybe don't have it. And I love being able to. I'm proud to say I'm on the varsity basketball team. That's another thing with sports.
I watch you practice.
Yeah.
I watch it, and then you get to be like we played at Fenton. It was a live stream. The atmosphere was crazy. 2 great games, girls.
How did that precipitate? How did that get set up?
The company, forget the name of the company, but they're trying to break into that business, and they approached the league. Mm-hmm. Can we do that? So I think they're going to live stream now a lot of our games, all the championship games. So when you do the crossover championship, that's going to be live streamed.
That's awesome. I thought it was so cool.
Did you get a chance to watch it?
The heat check? Yeah, I watched the stream right after we.
Was it good?
I thought it was very professional.
Really? I haven't seen it.
When we had gotten home, after the Fenton game, obviously a big win for us. So I definitely wasn't hesitant to watch it. Might have been a little different if we had lost, but
sure.
I watched the whole thing. I thought the camera angles were cool, having commentators. I know that the person running it, the lead commentator, she's done things for ESPN, and she's been a part of some big projects, so that's cool. But it's also exposure too, right?
It is.
Any kind of media attention is exposure, and I thought it was cool, the post-game interviews and stuff that they're doing. I think all that stuff's cool.
Yeah.
I think all that stuff's cool.
You would.
Right.
It's going to be you.
I know. Well, that is going to wrap up today's podcast. I appreciate so much Mr. Gleason taking time out of his very busy schedule, as he described, to come meet with me.
Great job, Ian.
Yeah, thank you.